All right, everybody, we are live again, and this time I promise that it won't be as bad as this last video of the Knight of Pentacles, and I'll probably do a redo video, not live, on the Knight of Pentacles later. But, no further ado, we are going to get some of my other cards for the... Okay. Hey everybody. I'm gonna let everybody jump on for a few minutes. I got a few moderators in the house, so feel free to moderate as I go use the restroom, and I'll be right back, and we're gonna continue on with the King of Pentacles, and I'll be right back. All right, we are officially back, and I don't have anybody on the chat quite yet, so we're okay. Okay. Whereas our Knights of Pentacles are the... where is my notes here? Whereas the Knights are going to be more of the adventurer, the pages are going to be more of the... The Knights are going to... The pages are the stabilizers. The Knights are the adventurers. The Queens are all the feelers. The Kings are all the intellectuals. They are going to be the ascendant. They're not ascended, but they are going to be the intellectuals. They're going to be the book smarts. The books worms, they're going to be the smartest people you ever know. They are too smart for their own good. And I'm kind of glad that I was out for a minute just to let people pop on so we could continue our King of Coins, or our Pentacles, and to finish off the Pentacles, because I am sick and tired of Pentacles. I'm sick and tired of these Earth people. Okay, good. So what does it mean to be the King of Earth, or the king of the world, so to speak, the intellectuals? Heir of Earth. It's going to be more of the heir of the earth. They're going to be like that desert. These people are going to be the physical desert itself. It's not going to be like... They're not really a natural catastrophe, but they're kind of more like that physical desert. They might be a little dry. These people might tend to be a little bit dry. And they're intellectual of the physical world. They're very knowledgeable about the physical world and know everything that has to do with the earth. If you want to know what's going on with the earth, ask them. They're the politician archetypes. These people are going to be the politician archetypes. They're going to know everything there is to know about the world we live in. And hence, I think why he carries the globe right there, but that's me. That's what I like to think, even though that's not what Crowley really intended it for me. He carries the globe in his hands, and he wears no hearts on his sleeve. In general, kings are going to be very smart. Like I said, they're the intellects. In this case, the king of coins is the physical world, like I just said. And I'm going by my notes here. And the kings also in general are all about the communication, about the intellect, about the thought, because they're all thought, they're all communication, because they're going to be all air. They're a bunch of hot air. And when we get into the swords, which is down here below, and the kings, right in this group, and this little L triangle right here, they are nothing but communication and talking, and they probably are going to be like the swords, going to be very talkative. The kings are going to be very talkative, and like the swords, and they're about, and the kings are also going to be all up in their heads. They're going to be thinking a lot. They're going to be like the daydreamers. They're going to be like, daydreaming about the beautiful things. And then there are also going to be the communicators, like I said, and they probably will have no sense of humor. Kings will probably be very dry. And if they are funny, that will be that dry sense of humor that everybody's going to be like, ha. But yeah, the kings are going to be very much, and even swords, believe it or not, even though we will know these people is going to be very good comedians too. These people, don't get me wrong, they have the best archetype to be comedians too. But there would probably be that kind of that comedian or that sense of humor that you're like, ha, that isn't so not funny. That is not funny at all. No, not even a hint. Not even a hint. So yeah, these careers that these kings of the earth will have would be the politicians. Hence the politicians. They're the politicians. They're the managers. They're the ones that are controlling the workers. They're controlling the workforce. They're the business owners. They're the financial consultants. Financial consultants are kings of pentacles too. These people would probably be more inclined to be the police officers and military only on the intellectual side of the police officers and military. They would be like the generals, those kind of people. They're the top dogs. The BLM would be part of or they would be inclined to be part of the BLM as far as a job goes too, because the BLM is the Bureau of Land Management. They love to govern the land. Anything that has to do with land, they want it. These people will also be very good reporters, journalists, anchorman, radio, talking constantly about world events. These Rush Limbaugh, even though we don't necessarily all like Rush Limbaugh, not everybody likes Rush Limbaugh, he would be a king of pentacles. He's always talking about world events on radio, and people do listen to him. And these people would probably be very good writers because they have that air element to them. However, they're going to be writing more about history books or things that had to do with the physical world. These people might be good teachers, but they're only good history teachers. They might be interested in science too. Their science and history are not too far apart, believe it or not. They would be pretty good science teachers as well. These people would be your surgeons and the physical doctors. These people would be the doctors and surgeons. More of the surgeons because they really like the physical body. They like to think about the physical body and the physical body mechanics. How could they fix it? So these people are going to probably be your best surgeons as well. Personality quirks. They wear the best clothes ever because they think about fashion. They think about fashion and how they look towards in the physical world. They say, does this dress make me look fat? Nah. They always know the latest current events. These people will kind of like the Knight of Pentacles that we just talked about. Actually, might have been good that we just talked about the Knight of Pentacles in a way. Like the Knight of Pentacles in a way, the King of Pentacles knows current events and would be very aware of current events, and they would be activists too. The King of Pentacles would be an activist personality type too, because he's thinking about the world. However, he would be more the activist, not an extremist, because the Knight of Pentacles is all about the extremist, because he's the fire of the physical world. The King of Pentacles would be the thought-provoking activist. These people are probably the ones that would actually make people go, oh, maybe we should vote for anti-abortion or abortion. These people would be the one that people would listen to, going, oh, maybe we should do that. It's kind of activists. They would probably be the best. They are not the best activists, believe it or not, but they're the activists that people would actually listen to. And they are addicted to social media, because anybody on the Kings or Air spectrum would love social media. They all are social media rats. They all like to be in communication with somebody, somehow, some way, somewhere. If they're not in speed dial with their mom, they're speed dial with the tarot community, this community, that community. They're always involved. They're all in communication skills. And so they are addicted to social media, not necessarily, but these people are not really addicted in social media about their friends and what their mother's doing, like some of the other Kings and Swords personalities. They're going to be more for the political news or the current events. They're going to be still the same weirdo that has a physical newspaper in their hands. They're not going to be the ones with the tablets reading the news, even though they're probably are going to be going with the times. They're going to evolve with the times. These people are going to be more inclined to evolve with the times because of the versus like the Page of Pentacles. These Knight of Pentacles would be more up with the times. And so they would still be in, they're the person that will sit in a coffee shop with a newspaper or in a bookstore. These people, you'll find them in a bookstore. And they would be wearing the best clothes in the bookstore too. And they would know every single book that has ever been physically read. Now, speaking of bookstores, these people are the book readers and the hoarders. They would still be that same weirdo that goes to a library, even though I think everybody should still be going to libraries. These people are going to be religious as far as heritages go, because that's part of the earth suit. And being in communications, they probably would be the pastors. These people could be the pastors of your church too. And they're always looking out for his or her best interest. They would be talkative. They will be realistic, though. They would, if they were watching TV, they would love dramas, historical fiction, thought-provoking movies. And maybe they would even like horror movies because or horror movies that are thought-provoking, like, oh, that's an interesting twist. And something that catches somebody's interest. And that's kind of what we're going to go into next. And they would be the best. They will always host parties. They are the party hosts. And they would also be wearing the world on their sleeve. Like him here. Like him here. And even like him here. And they are always going to be caught talking about their physical body because, think of it, their communication about the physical world. They're going to talk about the body. They talk about their physical body. And they're always going to be the ones that talk about their body, and everybody else is like, you're really going to talk about that, about your body? And it's like, but that's what they're going to do. They're going to talk about their physical body and how upsetting it was to have their pregnancy and having their body change. That kind of stuff. So they will never stop talking about their body. Unlike the Knight of Pentacles, who would be the guys that would work out, these people, the Knights, a little bit, especially the Knight of Pentacles, would love to live in misery because it gives them a reason to talk about their body. If you give them a reason to talk about their body, it will never end. They will never shut up. Okay, the fun part of the King of Pentacles. Sex. It's all about sex with these court cards, too. In the bedroom, these people would love it on top. They have to be on top in the bedroom. They like the dirty talk in bed because anybody on this kind of L spectrum here with communications and with speech especially, they will love dirty talk. They get turned on by dirty talk. And these people in particular, because they're kings, they like to play the slave and master game in the bedroom too with their dirty talk because they have to feel like they're the king of the bedroom too. They're the king of the body, king of your body, king of my body. Oh, I'm in control. And they're obsessed with getting their climax. They're obsessed about getting their orgasm or their physical pleasure met because they're part of that pentacle suit. They're part of that earth suit. They need to get that high, that physical body met. They need to get that physical side met. And when it comes to divide and conquer in the bedroom. So the negative side to King of Pentacles is they would be addicted to social media because of that air. They would be very dry personality. They would be so dry that they're like the desert because that is their element. That is their forte. That's their natural disaster. They're the dry desert. They're always busy. You can never catch them not busy. They're always going to talk about their physical world or make things happen in their physical world. They're going to be the busy bees. Their murder archetype. Now, this is what gets interesting about the spectrum, our court card spectrum. Their murder archetype is they'll never know what happened to the body and they will never find the body. The King of Pentacles, they're the murderers that something happened and nobody will know what actually happened during the murder because nobody would actually find the body. They're the murders that will never be solved. So they don't know what actually happened to the person they actually murdered. Did they get raped? We don't know. Did they get hacked up into a million pieces? Who knows? Because they will never find the body. Now the King of Pentacles and the Page of Swords are the only two people in all of the 16 personality archetypes that could get away with murder. Because he's thinking of the physical world and then in the physical world and the physical world of thought. That's the only two personality types that can get away with certain things. And so I guess you could see some of the negative things in the King of Pentacles too. They would be very controlling. They would also be very, very manipulative of their physical world because they're going to be manipulative personality types. they'd probably be more verbally abusive than physically abusive. But they would be the verbal and hitting type if they were to be abusive. They would tell you you're dirty, ugly, you know what, and they beat you down because it's an assault to the body. You're insulting the body in some ways because they're a part of all Earth. They're the Pentacles. Pentacles are all about the body and the physical body. Now we know all this about the King of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles' dirty secrets. Do we have questions about the Kings of Pentacles? And now, if anybody else is watching this chat later, you could skip it on ahead or not watch it anymore. Because we have finished the topic of all the Pentacle suits. And now we could probably even go as far as I probably would do a slash in the video too and say, if anybody had any questions about the Pentacles or the suit of Pentacles or the personality types of the Pentacles, let's answer it all now since I got some people hostage in the chat. We will talk about Pentacle suits or some other of the archetypes of the Pentacles and what makes the Pentacles of Pentacles versus other archetypes. So there you go. Ta-da! And I got through that with little to no heartache. It wasn't that painful. Not that painful. It wasn't that painful after all. So yeah, I'll leave a chat open for questions about our favorite kings and or about the suit of Pentacles for others to ask, and I'll answer. I think I'll do wands next. All right. I'm just taking this time to organize my cards for a second. I think I'll do sword slash. Alright, and I think I don't have anybody else in the chat, so I'm just gonna boot on off. And I love you all. Blessed be.